role of Hal Munson is temporarily being played by James Kyberd.
Coffee? Good news for a change?
Greg Montgomery's still in jail. All is right with the world.
Let's hope it stays that way, Hal.
Mm-hmm.
You got a minute?
Let me check my schedule. Morning looks clear. So does the afternoon. Come on. Join me in my brand new office.
Look, it's a heck of a lot cheerier than your old one, you gotta admit.
Yeah, the coffee's better, too. You wouldn't believe the dirt you pick up if you keep your ears open.
And the food doesn't look too bad either. Are you gonna eat this?
I'm gonna give you the whole thing.
Good, thank you.
As soon as you tell me what you want.
Well, how do you know I want something?
You got that look in your eye. Like when you first joined the force and you were getting up the nerve to ask for vacation, remember that?
Well, actually, I need some advice in an area where you have experience.
Look where my experience got me. You're better off talking to the new chief of detectives.
Margot can't help me on this.
She's your boss
It's
now.
not a police matter, Hal. It's about women.
You're asking me about women? You and Carly are doing fine, huh? Aren't you?
Yeah. I'm crazy as ever about her. If I'm reading her right, she feels the same way about me.
So what are you talking to me for?
Lately, we've been having these discussions.
Fights.
Disagreements.
Disagreements. About what?
Usually the same thing. Her design career. I think she feels like I'm holding her back. Like she doesn't have a chance to shine because there are some people I'd rather she didn't work with.
Career issues. Sounds vaguely familiar.
And now you know why I'm coming to you.
Yeah, I handled it so well, my wife left me.
Yeah, but you had it pretty good before that, right? And I need to know, when things were clicking, how'd you pull it off? How did a standard issue cop keep a glamorous fashion designer happy?
We tried to keep life simple. For a long time, Barbara tried to not get caught up in the business. There's a lot of hangers-on in the fashion world, a lot of fancy parties. But Barbara always said you had to be very selective about who you got involved with. Then she got involved with the worst of them all, Craig Montgomery.
Well, it's funny you should bring him up because that is the person I don't want Carly working with.
Why doesn't that surprise me?
Yeah. He keeps promising to make her happy, rich, and famous. I mean, how do I compete with that?
You don't. Just keep him away from her.
I wish it were that simple. But sometimes I think that Montgomery's not the problem. He's just a symptom.
Of what?
Carly likes to dream as much as the next person. And what she likes to dream about most, limos, private jets, champagne and caviar, I can't give her. And I guess I'm worried that someday she's gonna go looking for that elsewhere, whether it be with Montgomery or whoever.
And that's gonna be your fault.
Sort of. Hell, maybe we got it all wrong. Thinking that women want the white picket fence and the two-car garage kind of world. Maybe we're out of step with women like Barbara and Carly, and if we want to hold on to them, we're the ones who gotta change, not them.
You want my advice?
Please.
Stop talking about changing anybody. Carly or yourself. That's how Barbara and I got into a lot of trouble, thinking we could change who we were to make somebody else happy.
What do you mean?
Well, for one thing, Barbara had a lot of money. And she worked hard to get it. And she liked to spend it. But I was too proud to live on her stash, so I forced her to live my way, on my salary. No, I gotta hand it to her. I mean, she gave it her best shot, but no matter how she denied it, she had to miss those little shopping trips to Paris or the big parties or the social events. That's what she was made for. I mean, it wasn't the old me thing, but I shouldn't have forced her to cut that out of her life entirely.
So if you had to do it all over again, what would you do differently?
I would let Barbara be Barbara. I mean, why shouldn't she live in a big house and fly first class to Europe? Just because it's not my style? It's her style. And she worked hard to earn that lifestyle. I should have accepted it instead of fighting it. Do you know what I'm saying?
I think so.
You think so?
I think so.
You gotta let Carly be Carly. Otherwise, you're gonna lose her.